Reading rhythm. By the end of this video, I want you to be able to see this piece of music and be able to read its rhythm effortlessly. If you're somebody who, as soon as the rhythms get a little bit more complicated, you kind of just guess, or you need to hear how it sounds first before you play, then this video is for you. I'm Sarah, I'm a professional recorder player and a professor at the Royal College of Music. So come with me, I'm going to show you how to read rhythm. So we're going to take our THOMANN sonata and I'm going to help you decode how it's written on the page, supported by our feeling of the pulse. Before we dive into it, I want to do a really quick overview of the rhythmic values, just so that we've got them all there. Pause! In the example I'm using, everything divides neatly into 2s and 4s. We have our whole note dividing into 2 half notes. Half notes divide into 2 quarter notes. Quarter notes divide into 2 eighth notes. Eighth notes divide into 2 16th notes. 16th notes divide into 2 32nd notes. 32nd notes, la la la. It does go on to infinity. It's completely fine at this point to have a cheat sheet next to you where you can see the rhythmic values, how much they're worth and how they relate to one another. If you need to have that on your music stand, great. We are taking bar 1 of my THOMANN sonata as an example. The first thing you're going to do when decoding this rhythm is looking how many beats we have in the bar. So we're over at the time signature, looking at the top number, that's a 4. We have 4 beats in the bar. Looking at the bottom number, that tells us what kind of beat it is. That's also a 4, so we know it's a quarter note or a crotchet. 4 quarter notes in the bar. Our next step, and the most important one, is to divide the bar up into those 4 beats. Now this is often where my students get stuck. They'll have heard this a million times from teachers or conductors, just mark in the beats. Divide up where the beats are. And they're like, okay, in theory I understand that, but I don't really know how to do it. That's what I'm here to show you. So we're going to divide this beautiful bar into its 4 beats. To do this, we need to find the smallest note value present. So let's have a look at this. Our smallest note value is the 16th note, the semiquaver. Next, we need to know how many of these 16th notes, our smallest note value, fit into 1 beat of the pulse. That's a quarter note. So I'm just going to draw it down here. There are 4 16th notes in a quarter note, 4 semiquavers in a crotchet. I'm going to go through this bar counting in 16th notes, which is our smallest note value. I know that there are 4 16th notes in each beat. So every time I've counted 4 of them, I know to mark in a complete beat. So let's do it. Help if I hold my iPad. So starting with our 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can mark in our first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's mark in our second beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can mark in our third beat. And let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. You have just marked in the beats of your score. That's how easy it is. Okay, good. The next step is to be able to play it. We are going to start by speaking it through, not playing yet. I don't want you to be busy with all the fingerings and the tonguings and that. We're just working purely on rhythm now. We're going to take the ties out. If you've got tied notes, flip those ties away. We're going to pop them in later. I'm just going to start with these first 3 beats. That's our opening phrase. So first I'm getting the tempo of the 16th notes going. Da, 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 dee, da, dee, da. Stop. Next up, I'm putting the tie back in. It's 1, 2, 3, 16th notes long with that tie. Da, 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 da. Okay. Now the next crucial step is going from this smallest note value, those 16th notes that make it feel quite stressed, going back to our original pulse. This is what's going to make it feel musical. I'm going to keep singing it, I'm going to loop it, and as I'm doing so, I'm gradually zooming out and feeling those main beats rather than all of the 16th notes. If you listen, you'll hear what I mean. So starting with da 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 da. Again. Da 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 da. Again. Da 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 da. Oh, it's feeling more musical. Let's do one last time. Yum pom ba do do do. It's really important we connect up the calculations on the page with your feeling of the pulse. But because you know where the main beats are, where we should be feeling those accents, those are those lines you've written in, and you know how the notated rhythm should be, you can do it. A handy thing I like to do at this stage is to add text, add lyrics to a tricky rhythm, because that helps me remember it. So with this one we could have coffee is my best friend. I'm sorry, that is so unbelievably millennial of me. Can I think of something better? Fossils are fun to find. What about a lesson? Kindness is really good. Vaping is never cool. I'm so sorry. I will not try and give any kind of life lessons while I'm trying to teach you rhythm. Let's continue, shall we? And then when we're feeling ready with our yum pum da 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 da, we can play it. I'm sure for some of you, you may think, in order to play a rhythm correctly, I need to hear how it sounds first. And that makes complete sense. I like to approach rhythm from 3 different directions. We've got how it sounds, we've got the feeling of the pulse, and we've got how it's written on the page. That's the one that you can calculate out mathematically. To feel really stable with this, I like to have all 3 of these elements interacting with one another. So for those of you who say, I need to hear it first, by calculating it out in this way and speaking it through, da, 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 you are providing that for yourself. You don't need anyone else because you know how. So at this point, I hope you understand the principle of what I've done. We've taken a small section of music, looked at how many beats we have and what those beats are. We've taken the smallest value and used that to count out where to write our beats in. Then we've spoken it through, counting in that small note value until the proportions feel correct. Then we've gradually zoomed out, so we're not holding on to the smallest note value, but we're holding on to the main beats. You can see where they are and the feeling of the pulse. That's how you do it. At this point you might be saying, but Sarah, this is so mathematical and analytical. I want to be able to feel the music. Yes, great, so do I. That's why putting the pulse in is a really essential element. So that's why I think it's these 2 really important parts. You have the understanding and you have the feeling. Gradually, as you do this more, you'll see a rhythm written on the page and you'll instinctively know how it sounds and how it feels because you've done it before. So there we go. This was my short lesson on how to mark up the rhythm in your piece of music. If you have questions, you can put them below. If you are just starting to learn the recorder, I have published the Hal Leonard recorder method written by me, Sarah Jeffery. It has over 100 pieces, over 40 video lessons, 200 backing tracks. There's even a lesson on rhythm in there, and it's going to take you from the very beginnings on the soprano or tenor recorder right up to your first concert program. I am so proud of this, and it's available now worldwide in all good music stores. That's it for today. As always, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face down here. Here is the Team Recorder Patreon where you can choose to support this channel, and here's some more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.